Which engineer who has studied worth his salt allows a road to be like this and the water to remain in the middle of the road?
Exactly.
How is the road not going to get spoiled?
Faulted road is also the drainage. Water is flowing on the road. How you can blame the contractor? Where are your drains?
Actually, this implementation is very, very essential because when one person gets fined, he or she tells at least 5 other people there is some kind of effect of this implementation.
14 फावटी येता वयता म्हापसा पणजे पूण जे कितें घडटा तेचेर जे आमी कितें सांगित रोड सेफ्टी विकाचो प्रोग्राम करता एक सादें इन्विटेशन धाडिना आमकां एसोसिएशनाक.
There was no proper bus stop. There is a bus stop, but the bus doesn't stop to the bus stop.
What is the logic of the lights? You see that Mercedes junction, you see the signages. Now people on the highway, I get confused many times if I want to come inside.
An instance where Vistara had installed signages from National Highway 66 to Mopa Airport. Local panchayat removed them. Tomorrow someone goes to the High Court, files a writ petition, you will also be in problems.
Hello and welcome to the second part of this episode on traffic and accidents on our GOA365 story behind the story. I would like to, for those who joined us late, a general intro of our very senior panel, starting with retired SP Bosua De Silva. Bosua, welcome. Siola was advocate and politician. Siola, welcome to our show. Sudeep Bab Tavankar, bus owner, social activist, bus association. He wears many hats. I think probably including taxis and all that. I don't know. It's buses, yeah. But it's Sudeep Bab Tavankar. Welcome to our show. Vincent Bab, Rosario journalist, our very own, and Soda Bab D'Souza, a social activist. Soda Bab, as I promised, I would start with you.
I said road engineering is one aspect, and the other aspect is the road users. Now, when
Very terrible riders and drivers
when it
here
comes
in
to the
Goa.
road engineering aspect, I question the very alignments of these national highways
Okay.
through village populated townships.
You can't do anything about it now, can you?
No, see those days it could go out.
Now.
And I didn't see
Now you
why
can't do.
a national highway cannot go to Usgaon and out. Why vehicles coming right up from top north have to pass along the coastal. This was done basically to appreciate land prices, assist all these hotel owners who are towards the coastal listing. So you talk about coastal highways, not at the cost of the peace of the people.
But now
And the
what can
safety
we
of
do?
the-
It's done, gone,
Okay.
finished.
So that is
Now
one.
what can we do?
Secondly, talking of we are now, this is the alignment of the highways, internal roads. The subdivision of plots are made. A place like Purvari, which was just plateau, I have roamed there, played anything. The roads were made. The roads were made subdivision under the TCP Act. Was it checked by the traffic this thing to see that those road alignments? Can you have right angle turns? Your compound wall is completely 90 degrees. It should be curved. That is number one. Go to housing board colony, Purvari. You show me, it's a housing board colony with bungalows this side and this side. You show me the sidewalks.
You mean footpaths?
Yes. Go to the police station now, Purvari.
Go to Asagaon.
The-
Those bungalows are
Go to
20,
the
10,
police
15
station.
crores where there is a footpath on the
Police
side,
station,
yeah.
Purvari, WRD Purvari, which is a Sanjay school and all that. Footpath is there. Go and see what is the state of it. All shrubs, this,
Okay.
that. The road user behavior. I think, as Mr. Bosue was saying, there is serious problem with people today. As for me, what I see is, ignorance and idiocy, to sum it up, are now technologically weaponized. So basically, and I don't see how, we are looking at this only from road. We have to look at our social structure itself.
That is a discussion for another day, sort of, because I need to bring in on what is happening on ground. Vincent, you were seeing what's happening on the road. तुमची ते signages होता येता, zebra crossing into barricades and into fields. तुम्ही माचे उलया, what is the exact situation on the ground आता, Vincent?
So regarding the now road, what is said? So now road, CM said that the road will be better now from the November.
Hot day.
Yeah, hot day, whatever it is. So second thing, now he had said last time that 27 contractor will be blacklisted and 30 engineer of PWD and whatever. Now today also I was cabinet meeting, so he said, one of the ex-minister said that the road guarantee it will be always for 3 years.
Maximum.
Yeah, maximum. Now if you see, CM said this time that whatever road is washed away, it will be repaired by the same contractor. I'll give you the example of Panjim only. Maybe most of us has not noted that. So now if you see the road from 4 pillars from Mala to Tonka road, so that was done by just 5 months before, and in the rain it is washed away. So now to punish that contractor or to remake that road again, so now if you see, more than 1/4 road is done by pebbles. So it is already put that. Now you tell me how the contractor will repair that road by his own cost, because with that cost whatever may be taken, government is already repaired that road. The contractor won't able to put a hot mixing on that.
How you know? We might put. You can never say.
How you can put on that concrete is because the hot mixing cannot be
outside Panaji bus stand also.
Yeah, so
Outside bus stand
now
also.
how he will blacklist the contractor. He said he will blacklist the contractor, but half of the contractor work is done by the government.
Government means
So blacklist the black sheep.
Blacklist the contractor. When a road, asphalted road, is also the drainage, water is flowing on the road. How you can blame the contractor? Where are your drains?
Yes, I agree.
So there is contributory negligence.
See now,
also.
for example, but one thing why I'll blame the engineers more than the contractor. Now, the contractor is the the last part, the easiest possible. Somebody one guy.
PWD
Engineers is paying so many lakhs. We are paying. Our public funds are going to the guy. Now tell me one thing. Which engineer who has studied worth his salt allows a road to be like this and the water to remain in the middle of the road?
Exactly.
How is the road not going to get spoiled? Now tell me one thing, the PWD minister should take out a list of who he has sent show cause notices, which engineer is in charge of specific road and who he has sent it, because 5 months, 6 months now we have been covering. You can talk
It
to
is
each
maybe what Mr. Tamangar said.
What that?
What the CM speech is just for the good for the year.
That I don't know. Then next time you meet him, you please ask him. Implementation is a major problem, I feel, and this implementation is not happening because of politicians. No, I know you are not yet elected. I'm sure you will get elected one day or the other.
Sitting on the fence.
Yeah, no, not elected as yet, because you stood for it. But the thing is, politicians are the ones who call the cops. I am aware that even the previous DGP who went, he could not even transfer a constable. This I am aware. Why? Now, as a politician, you answer this. Why implementation? Because politician. Sorry to put you on a spot. You are not yet elected. You are not in government, but still, as a political class, I am asking you this.
The calls are not one way. The calls are also from the common man who gets caught for 100 rupees and now 500 rupees. Then it was 100 and now it is 500. Even students. Calls are to everybody, and calls are always there just to get out of a small fine. Now it might be pinching the pocket of one individual at one time, but actually this implementation is very, very essential, because when one person gets fined, he or she tells at least 5 other people there is some kind of effect of this implementation. So implementation actually presently is the only and only way. Calls are just one aspect of it. We still expect that the traffic cell also has to impress upon the public.
Calls. The earlier,
Even earlier it was there.
but they should not listen. I know so many of the. In fact,
They were listening to
I know many politicians. Complicated. Directly they should tell you.
Enforcement is a deterrent also.
Enforcement is a deterrent.
With me, they would not phone because even those two who I had mentioned in their ACRs, they got those remarks wiped off by going to the appellate authority and getting those remarks set aside.
सर तुम्ही कितें म्हणटा की कॉल्स म्हणटा कॉल्साच्या फुडें वचून जेन्ना रिक्रुटमेंट जाता साहेबाक बरी खबर आहा रिक्रुटमेंट जाता आयटी इन्स्पेक्टराचो पळय जो रिक्रुटमेंट जाला 2011 ज्या दिसा पळय एप्लाय केल्ले असिस्टंट मोटर व्हेकल इन्स्पेक्टराक 8 जाणांक लायसनच नासलेली ड्रायव्हिंग लायसन साहेबान इन्व्हेस्टिगेट केलें मागीर अशें रिक्रुटमेंट जर जालें जाल्यार मागीर आनी कितें ते लोकांक कितें शिकयतले रोड सेफ्टीचेर आनी हेचेर तांकां हे शिकोवपाक धाडटा म्हणजे आय वॉश करपाक सगळी फकाणां चल्ल्या आयज कितें आसा हे सगळें चल्लां पळय ते पयशाच्या हेचेर आनी करप्शनाच्या हेचेर जेचे कडेन पयसो आहा तो बऱ्या पैकी हे सगळें निभयता तेच बाणास्तरी आतां सांगलें पळय एक्सिडंटाचें उदाहरण दिलें कशें लोक मॅनेज केले वयता कशे ड्रायव्हर प्रोड्यूस केले वयता व्हरून ते मॅनेज करता सगळे आनी गरीब बावडो आहा तो रुल्स एंड रेग्युलेशन फॉलो करून चलयता सगळें दुखलताय म्हणून कोणाक काय ना सगळी सिस्टम करप्ट जाल्या आनी लोकांचे कितें जीव वचता दिसान दीस कोण कितें सांगीत तर आतां पळय रोड युजर कोण म्हापसा पणजे जेन्ना हांव म्हाजी बस चलयता म्हाका 714 ट्रिपी आहा 14 फावटी हांव येता वयता म्हापसा पणजे पूण जे कितें घडटा तेचेर जर आमी कितें सांगीत रोड सेफ्टी विकाचो प्रोग्राम करता एक सादें इन्विटेशन धाडिना आमकां एसोसिएशना ना 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 कोणाकूच धाडिना कांयच धाडिना इनॉग्रेशन
पब्लिक
ना ना आमचे यूज सुद्दां आयकना न्हू आतां दसऱ्याचे इनॉग्रेशन पळय ते दिसा प्रोग्राम जालो दसऱ्याचो पळय सादें एक इन्व्हिटेशन सुद्दां ना फक्त कितें आसा अनहेल्दी कॉम्पिटिशन करप ईव्ही बसी हाडप आनी कितें तुमी आनी झगडा रस्त्याचेर आनी मरा ही सरकाराची आहे आनी एका वाटेन तो म्हणटा पब्लीक ट्रान्सपोर्ट इम्प्रूव करता कसो करतलो कितें खबर ना अरे पळय तूं एसी बसी जर आमच्या वांगडा कॉम्पिटिशनाक धाडल्यो आमच्यो साद्यो बसी आहा मागीर कितें जातलें आनीक रस्त्यार आनी कसो मागीर पब्लीक ट्रान्सपोर्ट यूज जातलो म्हणून अशा रितीन कितें आहा वीक स्टेटमेंट सगळ्या वदळच्यान मग सांगिता फुल्ली न्हू लोकांचे जीव वयता गव्हर्मेंट आमचे फुल रिस्पॉन्सिबल आहा.
Adding to this, on one hand, we are saying there is congestion on the road, and as Mr. Bosue was saying, taxis who have just yellow and black and those
They are gone
where they themselves are struggling. In that you add rent a cars, rent a bike, so you add to the
Those
congestion.
rent a car, they don't know how to drive. The way they drive and they think.
The present buses are struggling in the traffic jams to go. In that you are adding EV buses. So how is it contributing to solving the safety problem?
I have no idea. I have no idea.
Increasing
We'll ask
the number
Vincent.
of vehicles.
Ani-
This Dasra, how many new vehicles were registered?
आनी IIT लोमणी कडसून आता 500 बसी आनीक घेता
Yeah.
ते खंय घालपाक नको
How is this going to be solved out? तुम्ही सांगा. You are on the road. I mean, sorry, you are not on the road. You are
It is a public transport. If you see the smart city only, so now they started the KTC electric buses. So there was no proper bus stop. There is a bus stop, but the bus doesn't stop to the bus stop.
Vincent, what are you saying? There are no bus stops. There are
There is
two
a
bus stops
There is a
everywhere.
But if you go even that 2 bus stop, none of the bus stop
for the
one of
cows.
that 2 bus stop.
That's for the cows to say.
Buses don't stop at the buses.
No.
You go and see in a Kala Academy every day. Fight with you all to fight some stories.
The
They
bus
park
will stop.
on the turn. They
The bus will
park,
stop
lights
between
are
the
on. How they
signal.
don't- Yeah.
The bus will stop between the signal, which is not supposed to be. So if you check from Miramar to bus stand only, if any bus, forget about the private buses. We blame the private buses, they stop anywhere.
पणजे ट्रॅफिक कंजेशनाचेर सुमोटो कॉग्निजन्स घेतला हायकोर्टान आनी सरकार थंय स्टेटमेंट करता कितें वचून पणजे सिटीन कंजेशन जाता म्हणून सुमोटो कॉग्निजन्स घेता आनी पेटिशन घेता हायकोर्टान आमच्या सरकार वयता आनी ते फायल करता एफिडेविट कितें की आमी 1 जुलैच्यान आनीक 40 बसी स्मार्ट सिटीच्यो स्टार्ट करता हे असले सरकार हे आनी अयोजी राज्याचो तकली खंय गेला नको हांव सांगता.
Let us reflect on this EV thing which he has brought up very nicely. He has brought up now EVs. In fact, it has, while we have Honorable Nitin Gadkari who does many things right, there are some things which are not working out for India. This push of EVs, Goa is suffering, other states also are suffering. US, UK, everybody has an inventory issue. They are not able to they are not able to get rid of their EVs.
Yes.
An EV user does not go back to EVs 50%. They go back to internal combustion engines. Because EVs have the
long
battery
run.
life is a problem.
10
They are
years
extremely
maximum.
expensive
No,
in the long
I mean-
run. Maintenance, the mechanics are not there for maintenance. So these are the reasons why EVs do not work
नो
out.
आनी इतल्यान न्हू आमी आउट ऑफ ह्या इश्यू पुणून मुद्दम सांगता तुमकां की इवीच्यान न्हू आमी चायनाची इकॉनॉमी वाडयता कळ्ळें लिथियम जे पळय बॅटरीक लागता हे ओन्ली चायना कडेन आख्ख्या वर्ल्डाक कॅप्चर केला तेंच्यांनी आनी मोनोपोली केला आनी हे सपोर्ट करता वर्सीस भारत स्टेज 6 पळय गाडी आहा आमच्या सुप्रीम कोर्टान सर्टिफाय केला नॉन पॉल्युटेड
Non-polluted.
ते हे करिना हे आनी सीएमान पळय सांगल्यार सीएम सांगता जोशी कोएसडीक सांगता मातशें हेचेर स्टडी कर म्हणून असले राज्याचे सीएम आमचे.
That Joshi don't talk. Yeah, you have to go and check how many files are there under his table. sorry, Bose Bab, tell me one thing. I am talking now. You and Vincent. Signages. There are. See, it's not the police job to put signages. It's not the police job to put green light. You recommend, but you tell me one thing. What is the logic of the lights? You see that Mercedes junction, you see the signages. Now people on the highway, I get confused many times if I want to come inside. There's no signage to go where, what. That this highway thing now, Sudeep Babu, गडकरीचे उलयतालो ते गडकरीचे मातशे सायनीचीच घाल तू वगताले सांग मग तेका गोंयान सायनीचीच घाल म्हणून आणि विन्संट तू सायनीची स्टोरीच मानिता.
Signages are supposed to be recommended by us
Yes.
and installed by PWD.
Correct.
And the transport department.
National highway.
Oh, NH.
National highway.
I'm talking about
Even
national.
the MDRs and all.
Yeah.
Now we have had an instance where Vistara had installed signages from National Highway 66 to Mopa Airport. Local panchayat removed them. Why? Because they got no money from the from Vistara or whoever. And they were, so that time I issued a letter to the Secretary Village Panchayat over there concerned, Dargal and the other one. And then they ran to the local representative. And I told him, this is compulsory, signages are required. He says, ask GMR people to meet me.
Who, the secretary?
Not secretary.
Concerned MLA.
Concerned MLA. I said, tomorrow someone goes to the High Court, files a writ petition, you will also be in problems. Then those signages were re-erected. Otherwise they wouldn't have been erected and people couldn't know anything.
You can't make out on the highways.
See, one thing is, the problem is it requires two hands to clap. We are in the habit of this blame game. CM puts the blame on the people. Now he is talking about two-wheelers, you are dying on the road, so take public transport. Then he talks about rent-a-cars and all, drinking.
No, but rent-a-cars and all that I totally.
on
listen to
rent-a-cars
me.
we'll just speak a little bit
Listen
more.
to me. He is talking about drunk driving, but they are doing nothing to put curbs on alcohol. How many police are going to be required to monitor every car and every driver who is listening?
I have an example of this yesterday. I got a call yesterday. My phone is on Google. That I blame my people. They put my phone on Google. So people have my number. If you get my number sometimes somehow. One guy calls me up. So I asked him, "ये media है?" I said, "Boss, ये मेरा mobile number है." नहीं, ये local media है ना. मुझे complain करना है. So I said, "What?" He saying, "No, the cops caught my driver because he was drunk." I said, "Very good." He's saying, "No, but they caught my driver, he was drunk. Why they are keeping the car and why they are checking us also if we were drunk?" So I said, "Why did you come to Goa?" He's saying, "Why? We came to Goa because there are free drinks." I told him very clearly. I said, "We don't want your type of tourists in Goa." I said, "You go back." He said, "No, I said, "We don't want. If you're coming here to get drunk and because your driver was caught drunk driving, you are complaining?"
Now you see near the church.
I was shocked, but this is audacity is my
You see
point.
pension-
Audacity.
you
He's
see
calling the
pension-
media to complain
The
because
tourist will come.
his driver.
The tourist will come and they expect to drink. They expect to have fun.
Because that's
We are
what-
not keeping our roads safe for the tourists also. Think from the tourist point of view also. Taxis are extremely expensive. Where will the tourists go? So they are bound to get their own vehicles. That's why rent-a-cars.
Yeah, but don't
are-
drink and drive.
Yeah,
Keep a designated driver.
but they want to all drink and
No,
drive.
you can't do that.
No, I'm not
Anywhere in
supporting,
the
I'm
world
not
it's not
supporting
allowed.
them. But now what are we doing in response to this? Himachal Pradesh has done something. They have made offences of drunk driving non-bailable by adding a section in their that time IPC. And they said that if it is drunk driving, it will be 7 years imprisonment, not the regular 2 years imprisonment which is there. So by that they made it a non-bailable offence. Why can't we do it? We have such a big
State
problem.
amendment.
I would like to, you're a lawyer, so I would like to make a straight question to you. What is our conviction rate in
this is a-
one sec.
No, no.
One sec. In heinous crimes like murder,
Yeah.
rape, what is our thing?
I think last time I had said something around 33%.
Less, around 20s.
But in accidents,
no.
vehicular accidents, conviction rate is higher.
Not drunk driving.
No, other one.
Yeah,
No, no,
I'm
don't
talking
drive.
about so you tell me one thing. If in murder our the public prosecutors cannot get conviction, you think in drunk driving?
No, no.
It's a settlement.
Yeah,
People
at
have
least-
killed there and
but
got
at
away
least-
with it.
at least when it is
Drunk
not
driving can
available,
no
see,
clear
at least when it is
conviction.
not available, then the
We remain
person is
inside.
No, no,
is affected.
bail
So
bhi,
it does matter. It does matter.
madam, bail bhi kenna. ताका अरेस्ट केलो
जालें.
जाल्यार हांगा कायदो पडटा कालूच हांवें मिटिंगेन सांगला ट्रान्सपोर्ट मिनिस्टरा कडेन हांगा कितें करता ड्रंक एंड ड्रायव्हिंगाक धरलो साहेबाक खबर गाडी डिटेन करता ताका सोडटा आनी मागीर कितें म्हणटा ताका तूं सोदून हाडता कितले पुलीस स्टेशनार गाडयो पडलेल्या कितले अरे मोटर व्हेकल एक्ट साहेब कितें म्हणटा की ताका अरेस्ट करून भितर उडय त्याची परत ब्रिदिंग सगळे फॉर्मेलिटी करून ताका अरेस्ट कर हे गाडी रिटर्न करता साहेब सारखे काय ना आणि ताका सोडटा आणि मागीर म्हणटा कितें गाडी ज्यो कितले पुलीस स्टेशनार गाडयो पडल्या काल हांवें मिटिंगेन तोच मुद्दो मांडला आणि तेच सांगला एक सर्क्युलर काडा एसपी साऊथ गोवा नॉर्थ गोवा मिटींग घ्या आणि तांकां अरेस्ट करून डिटेन करपाक लाय कन्विक्शन खंयच्यान आणि रेंट टिकेट कितें आहा पळय पोट भरपाक स्कीम केल्ली ती मॉडिफाय केल्या एक्चुअली ती स्कीम खूब डिफिकल्ट आहा ते 5 स्टेटीनी ऑफिस बी आसपाक जाय पूण ती मॉडिफाय केली हांगा पोट भरपाक लागून रेंट कॅब आनी रेंट बाय पूण ते आतां कितें जालें ते व्हडले हायफाय बिझनेस जाले 10 लायसनां दिली यांच्यानी आता करता पयली 1-2 दिता म्हणून सांगलेली पण आता 10 लायसनां दिली आनी आनीक प्रोसेसना दिवपाची म्हणून अशा रितीन
मिनिस्टर सांगता रेंट कॅब नाका म्हणटा तेच लायसन्स दिता
अरे कोण दिता
ट्रान्सपोर्ट मिनिस्टरूच
ना 10 लायसन आनी आनीक आता पायपलायनी ना परत आनीक 2-3
Glenn, the way Goa has been sold to the tourists,
Sorry.
okay, we cannot blame them as if this is such a state where it is a free for all. Okay, you come here, moment you come here, you forget law, you forget your discipline, you forget anything. And
I
you-
don't think so. I think we have very good
As soon
police
as they
people
come out
here.
of the airport, you see them on the road, they are already drinking.
You talk to any
Already
person
drinking.
from other parts of India about Goa. Okay, they think we Goans are, at least the men are sleeping on the beach with a bottle of alcohol. Our women with skirts and all are entertaining men. I am telling you, and
They are thinking that.
even college, our students who go to study in other states, they are asking, you all have colleges in your state?
Sentiments are affected. Our sentiments are affected. We should file a case against the tourists.
In the Doom movie, Bipasha Basu had said, no? And then it was expunged from the movie.
Signages. You are the one who's filing stories on
Yeah.
What are the signages on the highways and
I will
roads?
tell you, recently we have a meeting with, myself was with Goa'S, where the Senior Citizen Day,
Roland Martin.
yeah, Roland Martin with the Assistant Director of Enforcement. So that time he has mentioned on the bus stand, inside the bus stand, which is under government of Goa.
KTC.
Yeah, KTC. So there is no proper zebra crossing is marked on pedestrian crossing. So the way I highlighted. So then I myself asked the director, do you think, because we saw the how speeding the buses is coming, especially this electric bus and all, because they move very fast.
You
They
can't
pick
hear
up-
them.
आणि त्यांचा
Yeah,
आवाज
It's damn scary.
Their
yeah.
pickup is very fast. So that time I saw personally, then I asked the assistant director, do you think there is a speed limit in the bus stand is required? He said yes. So now who will put it? No doubt the director may be recommend for the PWD. But when they will put, I don't
Speed
know.
limit is RTO.
Yeah, so I don't know when they will put. They say everything they say is yes, we will put.
No, bus stand is property of transport department.
Yeah.
Kadamba is caretaker. No, no.
Ah, okay, okay.
Yes.
Property of transport department.
So RTO has to put speed limit.
लिजार दिला
So, but they
त्यांचा.
says the Kadamba they will put. They have to put it, not a director.
No, another thing is, Mr. Boswe talked about his panchayat level road safety and traffic management. I was elected
Yeah.
just a few months back. Road traffic and management safety committee.
Okay, okay.
There's
In
road
the panchayat
safety
level.
at
Panchayat
the
level.
panchayat level. So I went there. The first thing I asked, where are the guidelines? What are my powers? What are this thing? Okay. So secretary was confused. He immediately called up the BDO. BDO says there is nothing. Okay. You have constituted almost now so many years saying the big show is made on that. Okay. Then he calls up. Calls up the director. Director is saying no, nothing. You call up the RTO traffic this thing. Traffic person is saying I don't have anything. That is the panchayat this thing. Called up the NGO. NGO is saying no, you call up the government agencies. Don't call up me. So the basic till today, I have not got any guidelines or any notification that this thing, these committees are. So these are all decorations that these people are. Another thing, just last year, some 600 stickers of senior citizens was distributed here by some club or something, along with the minister and all that, saying that now senior citizens, there is some law will be put to, we are exploring on, I don't know, Mr. Bose.
I don't know you what.
600 stickers were
Not
given.
under this.
Okay. So that incident happened. I don't see any stickers coming. I don't see any law that is coming for. No, how you have learner stickers like that behind.
Ah, like baby on board.
Yeah,
type.
put on the car.
Yeah.
Okay, okay.
Senior citizens. Nothing.
So why sticker?
Because senior citizens have certain.
While driving, everybody is safe.
There
No,
is
it's a speed
some
limit. They can be
limitations.
slow
No,
because
the
some
reflex
people-
actions of senior citizens after
Yeah.
65, 70, there are problems. Anyhow, the problem is you make
all our top
promises.
political leaders are above 70 year. How can you say that?
Yeah.
But that's
So
why
we
we
are
said
being
that
run
action is not being taken.
Another thing is,
Reflexes on our
when the
past.
CM is giving example to people to travel by this thing, I think he should start with using public transport when possible. Stop his convoys, big convoys also, okay, from going to the city and
Perfect.
disrupting all the traffic. Also, his own family members should start using public transport. Then he will realize. Then if he will realize from Sankelim, if he has to reach his secretariat at 10 o'clock, okay, well, if he uses public transport, whether there is any guarantee that he will reach at 10 o'clock.
Sir, let me interrupt you. You've heard the whole saying, if wishes were horses, beggars would ride.
Yes.
This is for you. If you think that that's going to happen.
No, so start with your own self. then you understand how.
Closing statements.
प्रत्येकाक न्हू एक स्टेटमेंट करून न्हू तो शायन जावपाचें आसता. काही वर्सां पयलीं ते मॉडर्न लायनींग जाता पळय चेडवांचे रवी नायकान दुपट्टा यूज करप ना म्हणून मागीर तो स्टेटमेंट चलतालो कितलो ते तशें ते एक स्टेटमेंट करप आनी शायन जावप थोडे दीस मागीर चलयत रावप
manipulation tactics. You go to dark psychology, manipulation tactics. What the ministers.
पब्लीक ट्रान्सपोर्ट म्हणून आमी खुश जाले सारके आमचे बसी बरे चलतले सगळ्यांक खुश करप ते.
Closing statements. You are still on enforcement, implementation of rules.
No, he was talking about road signages. Road signages, there are guidelines under IRC 67. Road markings also, there are guidelines.
Nobody follows.
No one follows.
That's my point.
And we have a Supreme Court monitored committee to discuss accidents.
Where is it?
Road safety.
Meetings are held. I have attended so many meetings online also. Secretary of Transport has come to Goa. Meetings were held. Certain things,
instructions are coming.
Instructions are coming on our
time
part.
to time.
Implementation is lacking. For example, on the highways, especially that section and all, we were supposed to put
Railings
those,
at the side.
railings at the
That
side.
part I know. That.
We were lambasted by the secretary. And there was a executive engineer. Alan was looking after highways north, south someone else was looking. So they were not even putting it in the budget. They were thinking the funds should come under road safety. They said these funds have to be in the PWD budget. And many of those, for example, Kankon on that Karmal Ghat, many accidents have taken place because those railings had got damaged. There were no railings. Some tourists from Andhra went down, and that is a curved road. They were supposed to widen also at certain places. There was an instance where even the CM instructed, there was a executive engineer Kamath, he was bringing so many objections, and ultimately because of the lambasting by the Secretary Transport, that was done.
That's what my point, Bose. Exactly, my point was even the Transport Ministry implementation of the new rules and all. That's the center. It looks to me as if the center is more bothered about Goa than now a Goan politics. This is what it looks to me. Every time I see, most of the directions are coming from there. All of us, we blame, Goa is being remote controlled by center. We have to be able to take care of our own things.
If citizens themselves are not bothered, about putting pressure on their elected representative, we are more bothered about religious sentiments.
They don't.
Something that I didn't get to cover earlier, unfortunately. There is something to the whole reason why we are bothered about road safety
because
and
people are dying.
is because people are dying.
Correct.
To save people, it is required also for Good Samaritans to come out. There is one Good Samaritan scheme also. 5,000 rupees you get within the golden hour.
You get scared because the cops hire us. Sorry.
They get scared, but actually they get scared.
Also, that Sentinel scheme should start again, I think.
So there is that,
again,
and implementation is the only way, because the people who are into education of road safety are the ones who are not actually the majority there creating the accidents. So the ones who are creating the accidents are a different group, and implementation is very important. Make it a non-bailable
We are only looking at those golden hours. There are so many people who are paralyzed, who are losing limbs. The medical costs of accidents on the state exchequer
very high. Plus in state insurance also is very high.
So basically we have to see that also.
2 लाख दिवपाची एक स्कीम केल्या ट्रान्सपोर्ट डिपार्टमेंटान ती तांच्यांनी म्हाका दिसता बंद करपाक जाय आनी रोड सेफ्टीचेर लक्ष दिवपाक जाय लोकांचे जीव वाचोवपाक नाल्यार उपरांत पयशे दिवपाक
फायदो काय.
PWD has to check better the signboard and how the contractor is working at the roadside without taking the precautions of road safety.
Thanks, Bosebab. Thanks, Sudeep. Thanks, Siola. Thanks, Sorter. Again, thank you. Now, I don't know. I really don't know whether whatever we have discussed has brought up any solutions. Let's see. But one thing at least, we have implementation of fines, implementation of higher fines, CCTVs, better road conditions, better lack of ensuring that starting from the CM's office to the other ministers, MLAs, Panchayat, they don't call the cops, allow them to do their duty, keep a track, no doubt, but don't force them to release people. Seeing what the youth on bikes, I've seen them, and in shorts and t-shirts roaming around on roads as if they're riding some fighter planes, rent-a cabs, rent-a bikes, wrong sides. I don't know. So many things are there which I don't know who is actually going to sit and sort out. Anyway, hopefully something is done. Hopefully the Chief Minister means what he says, implements what he says, and hopefully the less people, especially youth, less of them die on our Goan roads. Keep watching Goa 365.